G'day! Today I'm still having a look at some demos that came out as part of the Next Fest on Steam. It is still going on when I recorded this, well and truly over by the time that you're seeing this. So this one is called Diluvian Winds, and it's the prologue of that game. Let's jump straight in and have a look. We'll go new game. Won't skip the tutorial. Maybe auto saves. We don't need that. Day one. A new day begins. My lighthouse is a mess. This unhinged weather and the constant catastrophes keep destroying whatever we manage to build. What a life. In any case, there's nothing else for it. We must rebuild. Yeah, I'm too old for this. It's looking pretty worse for wear. I'll wait for the next caravan. Let me know if I can help in the meantime. Please do not go far. The lighthouse tower is a safe place, and there is so much to ensure our survival. Should start by clearing out the debris. We'll need to recycle this wood. I can take care of it. Just let me know where to go. Okay, so we select Elmer. Say clean that, clean that. We've got another squirrel down here. I'll remove the debris. I should be done by this afternoon. Every activity is exhausting and lowers my morale. If it ever reaches zero, I'll have to rest and won't be able to help anymore. I wish I could tell my boss that. See, there's a greenhouse still standing. If you assign me to it, I'll forage for food there. Good idea. Producing resources is survival 101. Alright, our mate. Work. There. We'll probably be done by the end of the morning. The production of resources is dependent on many factors. Morale, travelers, species, weather. It is your responsibility as the keeper to make sure that tasks get assigned efficiently. It is your home after all. It seems everyone is busy. Time to move to the next phase of the day. Camera movements. WASD, zoom, Q and E. So I just hit plus to go to the next phase of the day. Whole bunch of food cleaned up there. After work, it's time to rest. There's nothing better than a good binge to improve everyone's morale. Full of the pot, the better we feel afterwards. Keep an eye on the food reservoirs, however. It's always better to have some extra food saved up. A varied meal will give us different bonuses. Remember to mix up your ingredients and quantities. Food is better with big folks like you around. Your generosity deserves a feast. Alright, you may fill the feast with various edibles, resources, storage. Traveler morale will be affected by the amount of resources in the meal. The recipe and its effects will change depending on the ingredients you use. Okay, so, I mean, we've only got this. Let's go straight to feast for them. Green salad, new recipe, simple vegetable salad. Both seem happy. Initially, this game's given me a bit of a Spiritfarer vibe. Compare it most to start with. Fire as strong as it can be. This fire is key to our survival. If I let it go out, travelers will not see the lighthouse and I will become isolated for the rest of the world. Each day, the weather will have varying degrees of impact on the flame. We can maintain the fire by giving it sources of fuel. However, the items used for fuel are also materials required to build and reinforce the village. The future probably holds some difficult choices for us. For now, however, we have enough wood to keep the fire going as strong as it is. As strong as it can. I guessed that last word and got it wrong. You feed the fire with items you have in storage. You can use as fuel. The weather lowers the fire strength. If the fire goes out, you lose. The stronger the fire, the faster the next exiles will find the lighthouse. Alright, well that's as much as we need to give. And we can see that caravan push any closer. Won't go out anytime soon. Travelers will see it from far away. Press again. Day 2. A new day begins. Residents Elma, Evelyn. Love to observe someone's working. I think we should build this room. Our next travelers are still a few days away, so no arrivals today. Let's tackle this morning's tasks. I mean, Elma's going to leave. At least I don't know if Evelyn's going to go too. So, do I have to wait till the next period, I guess, before I can ask him to do anything? Me at the west. If I may make a suggestion, you do not have the means of wood production. I can take care of that if you like. Good idea. We have the ability to build a woodcutter's cabin. Okay, so we travelers are looking for places to take refuge during our journey. We come with requests. If you fulfill them, they can only benefit the lighthouse and those that come to it. Let's build a woodcutter's cabin. Alright, build woodcutter's cabin. Yeah, let's go front and center. Got it. Each traveler has a request and a set time to fulfill it. Click on the icon in the character sheet to see the details. Successful requests earn you victory points. When you've reached the objective, you win the game. Traveler who fulfilled their request or no longer has any time left to do so will leave the lighthouse with the next exile caravan. We should keep building up our food supply. Very well, I'll wait for an assignment. Go do your food again. Nothing like a good meal after a hard day's work. I'm getting the apples today. We should build this room, so we've got 2 victory points for that. Time for me to go back on the road. I shall be on the next convoy out of here. I'll check on you if I'm ever around here again. Thanks for the help. You're always welcome. Have a nice trip. Okay, so happier they are, better they work. So this will keep them green. That'll get them to blue. Beast will do nothing. So we may as well just get them to that one. I said, come on, fill up the pot. He wasn't happy with a non-feast. Seems like fishing should be on our cards at some point. Alright, the fire can already be seen far away. The next convoy will be here tomorrow. Sometimes smart to save resources. Alright, so nothing to do. The next day, day 3, a new day begins. Alright, so we should be getting our convoy. Convoy just arrived as planned. Travelers looking for a rest, a refuge, or a meal to stay here a few days. Let's welcome them as best we can. A blueprint attached to the head. Elma leaving, we have 2 available spaces. Who are the new visitors? Bianca and Charlie. Let's see how we may help each other. Let's move on to the morning. come over to my mission table. Hello everyone. I cannot work in any of your workshops. Don't you have some bears around? We don't. What is your speciality? We bears are experts in producing insects. Let me show you. Are you showing me right now or? Some terrarium? Right, let's get that built up there. Workshops are not the only difference. We also have specific bonuses tied to our species. We beavers are experts in wood production, and I see you've already built a woodcutter's cabin. And we squirrels can produce more vegetables than anyone. I see, so I must account for each of your characteristics to optimize what you can accomplish. Right, so we tell her, go to your forage thing, and mate, go do some woodcutting. Species. Yep. Recipes you discover, their effects documented in your recipe book. Alright, no choice other than copious meal. Cool that you can see inside the pot there. There's fish in there even though we're not making fish. Some super happy people there. Was that the tents that they're staying in? Does seem a bit rough being like so low near the water. It could be room. I've got a lot of rooms in here. Fire is strong, very visible. Push it all the way back up to max. Does put us pretty low on wood. But I suppose I did just use wood to build the worm place as well. There's a halfway there. Some people there were yesterday. Question mark. Hey, I'm building something. What would be most useful for the community? Wood and vegetables? Vegetables and wood. Vegetables and wood. It's because I only had 30 vegetables yesterday. Total. I think I probably want to just up that a bit higher. Alright, I like insects, I'll breed them. And I'm looking for traveling buddies. I would love if you sent me to work with another traveler. Okay. So, who was that first person? Well, eat it. So she wants to eat a dish made with insects. Housing. Guess I don't have the ability to build housing. Let's go. Get him in the terrarium. Get her in the terrarium? No. We get him in there. And cool, we can get 2 people in there. So let's get her in there as well. We're lucky we got extra vegetables because we won't get as many today. Or any today. We should get bugs though. Alright, we've got the victory point for Evelyn. In spacebar to speed them up. Let's add insects to the menu. Each dish has its own effects, so make sure to try out different ingredient quantities to discover them all. Alright, so if we go 1, 2, 3. Insect spring rolls. Alright, I don't think we need to affect the fire today. Whoa, that's pretty bit. Some weather events will reduce fire more than others. Careful of the wind. Just bump 2 in there. Day 5. A new day begins. Alright, so we've got more people here. I imagine that Evelyn's going to bug out now, and so is Bianca. Was that another person named Evelyn? Travelers 2, remaining rerolls 3. This guy wants insects for dinner, so we can easily do that one. He wants fish for dinner, which we can't do. Mark wants vegetables for dinner. We haven't seen a mouse. Or is that saying that Evelyn's request is 6 days, and so I'm cutting Evelyn short by letting someone else in? Let's find out. Welcome, you guys. I mean, should we say wave goodbye to these two as well? Alright. We should improve the lighthouse's housing capacity. I could build some housing with the appropriate amount of wood. Talk to me. Love to get some housing in here. One day, a visitor installed a very ingenious system on the side of my lighthouse. If there's nothing else to do, you could always gather drifting debris. Who knows what you could find? So he's onto that one. He's going to do some fishing. So both of his things need wood. Currently don't have 30 food. We're going to ask this guy to go do greenhouse work. I wonder if building this means that we can actually have 4 people stay. You can see down the bottom there's only 3 like 3 or 4 slots are taken. So I would say that we possibly can have another one in there. So we went 2 bugs, 1 green last time. So this time we'll go 2 vegetables, 1 bugs. Someone else is happy and the other person's happy. So we've achieved the goals of all 3 of these guys, I think. One fell swoop. Successful day. That's fine. Oh, rain's coming though. Way there. Weather forecast isn't good. There will be a storm in the next 3 days, which may cause dangerous waves that will come crashing against the lighthouse. Waves can vary in size, but the rooms closest to the ground are always the most vulnerable. We must reinforce our rooms if we want to avoid losing them. It costs resources, but it's still better than going back to square one. Reinforce this bad boy. Good, this room now has extra health point. It should survive the next catastrophe. Alright. Okay. You could build a fisherman's cabin, which doesn't really explain what it does. Storage, I assume, means that we can up the amount of stuff we can hold, which hasn't become a problem yet. He said the storm's in the next 3 days, so I think that that means that we can still get other things done. Get him working in there. And want you working in there. We still need food. It's funny that that's the one thing it lets me skip. Do that one again. Skip through. Alright. Definitely need to get more wood going too. Didn't do anything that time because we had the reinforcement going on in the woodcutter's lodge. Oh, almost here. Alright, so I'll get you... is that a beaver? He is. So I'll get you to work in the Woodcutter's Lodge. He's otter. Good at fish production. But what I'll get you to do is reinforce that. Or can I not do that? Maybe you can't do it. Maybe I don't have enough wood. Alright, so I'll get you to work. You get 17 of that, so let's get him up there. Mark. 27. Is that the combination of the two of them? Yeah, we'll go in there too. That's a hardy max out there. That was just 27 from one dude. Okay. 2 and 1. Get that all the way back up with that storm getting closer and closer. Day 8. The new day begins. Alright, we should have a turnover of guests. Say goodbye to our you guys. Produce 30 wood. Sure. The person wants to produce 30 wood. Produce 30 vegetables. Sure. And then these two want to work with a traveler. That? Or can I have 4 now? Because I've got the other thing. Cool. Alright. 4 guys coming in. Wave hello to them. Goodbye to those guys. Storm Rages is our last chance to reinforce the weakest rooms. Okay. So... oh wow, I can actually get to see inside them at that point if I zoom in. Alright, so where are my 4 people? Let's get one of the otters to do reinforcement. We've got another otter. Get you to do some reinforcement there as well. And that takes us with not enough wood to do anything else. But we need more food. And we need more wood. So that'll be our sort of mark for the day. I'm pretty sure I set the mouse in here, who's the one that wanted to do 30 wood. Space to skip that ahead. We did not do well on a food front here. Insect chips. So I can still give them something even if it's not fully maxed out. I thought I tried that before and he didn't like it. But alright, we'll go 1 in there. I think you have all the knowledge you need. Good luck. Oh good, I'm glad I'm getting them to get in the lighthouse. That's quite the wave. Yeah, my lesson for not reinforcing that guy. Interesting combination though of management there, of having to spend the wood or spend the like on the fire or on the buildings. Really neat. I would say that's our normal. If you lack time or experience with the game at a faster pace, you can auto skip box above the wheel. Once the task of days are finished, the game will automatically move on to the next day. Bad. Is that this one? That one. Well, I think I'll call it there on this one. Yeah, it's definitely was just sort of taking me through the tutorial there, but it does feel like there's an interesting game to be had here. Like I said, probably Spiritfarer is the thing it reminded me most of. The only thing I would say that it lacked compared to Spiritfarer is these guys come and go as people so quickly that you don't feel any sort of attachment to them as they come or leave. But I mean, they are only here a few days, and it is its own game, so it's allowed to do whatever it likes. Yeah. All right. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. Until next time, catch you later.